to be boring. Yeah, yeah. Tell me you ready, Mellow, you ready to spit for the ladies that keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, well the joke's on you. Get it?
Hi. Is that supposed to be Tony?
It is.
Okay.
You knew it immediately.
I mean,
you knew what it was.
I did know what it was. That's something.
When I drop my album, you're not invited to the album release party.
You think you're having any sort of party that I'm not coming to?
You're not coming.
I bet I am.
It's gonna be in a disguise like that, so Raven. So
I'm coming.
maybe you'll be a plumber or some shit and sneak.
You know what?
In.
That's so funny because your ass will probably do an R&B album just despite this situation. Yeah.
What genre you thought my album was gonna be? Of course.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. I get it. Yeah, I see me. I'm gonna do a mixtape. I can rap for real. Y'all don't know that, but I'm gonna put out.
Yeah, I'm not a good rapper. Every time, oh y'all, let's get high and freestyle. I was like, no, let's do something else. Let's dance. Let's make up a dance or something. Yeah.
I know people who have like sensitivity to like mouth and snot sounds are gonna be so irritated listening to the pod. But I quite literally am struggling to breathe right now. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't help it because I don't like those sounds either. But I literally can't breathe. That's how I feel like I sound.
I don't know what just happened. I tried to be funny, and then I also kind of started choking a little bit.
You know how kids be doing dumb shit, and they go... That's what you look like.
That's how Cardi coughs. He'll get right in your face and be like...
Cardi looks like a badass white kid.
Cardi is a child. Like, literally, I feel like I be getting touched out like a real mom. Mm-hmm. I feel like a mother. Like, I feel like a teen mom.
He's a funny dog. But I'm Talley.
Yep.
Say your fucking name. Say the name. Say the name so we can do the stuff. Oh my fucking God. Okay. She's Mel, guys.
My name is Mordecai.
Did you see somebody posted a video from one of our episodes where you irritated me so bad that I didn't even know that I lunged at you a little bit and I had to collect myself and I screamed? Did you see that?
No, but I'll add it to the file when I file my police report.
I mean, honestly, this is one of the funniest reaction videos that I've seen because I think you either showed me a picture of your vagina or Akbar V's feet. I don't know which one it was.
Both of those are quite offensive.
I mean, but that's what you did, and I got so mad because somebody posted another video of you irritating me. And I was like, oh, she really be making me so mad. And then somebody under the tweet was like, and this video is from the same episode. And I was like, when I went back and watched the video, I was like, damn, I was really upset with Melanie. That's crazy. Here. Click it. You gotta turn the volume up.
You can see the fear in my eyes.
You pissed me off so bad. Oh, you be making me so mad. All right, hand it here.
Well, this one wasn't fair. When I said I could wipe my feet and you got upset, that wasn't fair to me.
Because why would we be talking about talents?
In
the context in which we're talking about it, and then you bring up writing with your feet. I want y'all to know at Galentine's Day, we were playing Taboo, and Melanie put the timer in between her toes. I don't know if I've said that on here, and if so, I'm repeating it. We were playing fucking Taboo on Galentine's Day, and she put the timer in between her toes and was flipping it back and forth like that was normal. So I wanted people to know what type of person you are.
I don't give a fuck.
Never said you did. I know you don't give a fuck. I give a fuck. I want y'all to know what I'm working with here.
That was actually one of the more normal things I've done.
It's not normal.
How is that not normal?
Putting the game piece in between your toes. Well, keep that freaky shit on your page. Do that shit at home.
What's
with that
wrong
boy.
with it? My feet were clean.
It was my game.
Okay.
I didn't want your fucking tootsies on my game.
Why they gotta be tootsies?
Okay, toes are tootsies. Keep up.
Like Tootsie Rolls?
That's what I call toes. Tootsies.
I've never heard you say that.
I say tootsies quite often.
You've never fucking said that.
I say tootsies.
I
also don't talk about toes a lot. So.
Well, if you don't talk about toes a lot, why do you have a nickname for them?
Because tootsies is cute. It's better than toes.
Tootsies has more fucking syllables.
It's not about efficiency. It's about what I like to say. Tootsies is fun.
I don't like it.
I don't care whether you like it or not.
Well, it's too goddamn bad.
Glad we landed somewhere.
That's dumb.
You're dumb.
I don't call toes tootsies, so.
Yeah, because you're lame. How about that?
I have talent with my toes. You just making up names and shit. I really got in the fucking
You
field.
be doing sex stuff with your toes?
I thought about it.
Okay, let's move on. I think
Now I'm gonna put me a toe in the mouth. And that toe go in that mouth?
I'm not going to offer my toe to the mouth, but if someone reaches for my toe, I'll allow it.
It's like a ravenous thing. Like a nigga ever like just lick the bottom of your foot and then put his toe in your mouth? Like,
yeah.
it's like, you know, he really fiending for it.
But also sometimes I be like, niggas real wild because I'll take my foot out of the shoe and be like, nigga, looking this is nuts.
And then he do it. Because you've
And
been walking on Peter Street.
You a real dirty bitch for looking this straight out there. Like how my feet was hurting last night, had a nigga lick them toes. You're crazy. You're nuts.
It's twang.
Twang?
Yeah.
Toe twang is crazy. Tootsie twang is nuts.
Twang. You keep trying to make Tootsie happen.
Tootie's happening over here. It doesn't
keep
have to happen for you.
We have had 140 something episodes. You've never said the fucking word Tootsie, and now
tootsies.
you said Tootsie
I
so
say
many
tootsies.
fucking. You've never fucking said Tootsie a day in my fucking life.
I have other facets of my life that are not this podcast. I communicate with people that are not you. Are you tweeting about me? I didn't say I ever said Tootsies on here. I never said that.
I'm searching my text messages.
I don't talk to you about toes. When would I have spoken to you about toes, Mel?
We've talked about literally everything on here.
I don't speak to you about toes. I don't believe that I speak to you about toes. I barely say toes.
I'm a foot ass bitch. You would have said Tootsies when I talked about bright with my toes. You would have said back then, oh, you don't write with Tootsies, but you just made that shit up.
I
when
say
we decided to sit the fuck. You never fucking said.
Get over it.
October 10th, 2023. I had to chill so bad yesterday, and my fingers and toes hurt.
Are you fucking crazy? Are you bringing up text messages? Just because I don't say it to you doesn't mean I don't say it.
Because you don't fucking say it. You just made that up to fuck with me.
You don't know who I talk to or what I say. And I say Tootsies because my brother used to call him Tootsies when he was a baby.
Don't worry about it.
What I don't even know what this fast clicky typing is about, but let's move on with the episode.
No.
Oh my fucking God.
No, we're getting to the bottom of this bitch. You over here making shit up. I have never heard you.
Just because I don't say it to you does not mean it does not get said. You searching my tweets now?
May 9th, 2024. A fat ass jellyfish just swam up next to me while just my toes were in the water in Condado.
I say.
Doctor gonna sprinkle your toes.
Again, I say.
Toes.
These are funny tweets. But again, I say.
Man, if Akbar don't take them toes and get the fuck on somewhere.
Just because.
Doing pink on my toes instead of
my
getting
God,
your toes
Mel,
done.
you're ruining
Now
my
white
life.
toes.
just because I don't say it to you does not mean I don't say it. And just because. Why are you searching my Twitter for toes? Are you cool?
No, I'm not cool. You made me very hot.
Into a 5-minute segment.
No, because I'm upset.
Because I said Tootsies?
Yes, I
don't tweet the word Tootsies. I never said I did. You're turning this into something else.
It is something else now.
You made it something else.
I feel like I'm on the episode of Black Mirror again.
I don't exclusively call toes Tootsies, but I do say Tootsies. And just because I haven't said it to you doesn't mean I don't say it. You got a real vibe going on, man. You got a real wicked energy. Tootsies. These right here? Tootsies. And Tootsies is cute. What's your beef?
It's just...
It's a cute...
Toesies? Yes. I allow Toesies. Toesy Wosies is cute.
Toesy Wosies is gross.
Tootsies? Well, what is a Tootsie?
It's a toe. It's a Tootsie. Like my feet are brown. They're Tootsies. They're little Tootsies. What's wrong?
I don't know.
Anyway, so
I just don't like
joke
Tootsies.
of the week.
Maybe I just don't like. I don't like Tootsie Rolls of candy. I don't.
Is that where this is coming from?
Maybe that is. Maybe that's why I have such an aversion to Tootsie Rolls.
Jesus
I like
Christ.
the vanilla ones they have, but I don't like Tootsie Rolls.
Vanilla Tootsie Rolls is crazy. That's nuts.
It just tasted like what's that other candy with a
Laffy
similar?
Taffy?
Not a Laffy Taffy. It tasted like a.
I know those little chews that you used to get from the candy lady.
Like the Charleston chew kind of thing. That's kind of what it was. But the Tootsie Rolls taste like rubber. I don't like Tootsie Rolls.
I'll eat a Tootsie Roll, but it just has to be like loose church candy. Like I'm never purchasing one, but if
If I got
if
like
it's
candy
around-
on Halloween, only thing that'll be at the bottom is Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls are the Fritos of candy.
bottom of my Halloween bag is always gonna be candy corn. I hate candy corn. Any variation of it. You like candy corn?
I haven't had candy corn
You
since I was a
freaked
child,
out as
but it's
fuck for
good.
eating candy corn.
Candy
That
corn
shit
be
is
good as fuck.
Candy corn tastes like somebody put 3 different flavor erasers together and was like, give it to the children. It's disgusting.
It's good. And then the pumpkin ones that they would have on.
I don't need pumpkin flavored anything.
It's not pumpkin flavored. It's orange.
I'm straight. I don't like candy corn.
Candy corn is good. It's like wax. It's like eating the candy.
Why would I eat wax?
Why not?
I don't want to. I don't like it. I don't like Peeps either. I don't like marshmallow.
No, Peeps are disgusting.
They're nasty.
Because they don't taste like marshmallows. They taste like Peep.
They taste sugar, Peep flavored sugar.
Yeah, it's really gross. Actually, it's
Yeah.
kind of like it tastes like it's like a glittery texture too, which
It's
I don't
like glue. It's like grainy glue. Like you
Yeah.
can hear when you eat a Peep,
It's like-
and then it's shaped like a duck. So it's like, damn,
Yeah,
Eating
I
a
don't.
duck.
I don't. It was
Yeah.
chicken. It's a chicken.
it's a duck.
It's chicks.
Peeps. It's a baby duck. I have to know now.
I don't think it's a duck. I think it's like either chickens or just like baby birds in general.
I think it's a duck.
No, because ducks have
One
long
of the- camera
bills.
just made a noise.
That sounded like something just died.
Yeah, it did. Should we stop talking for now? Are Peeps chickens or ducks? Apparently, this is a question.
Many people have.
You're right. They are baby chickens, not ducks.
See?
There you go. There you go. Did something die? Okay. All right. You ready to rock and roll, friend? Or are we taking a pause?
We good?
Okay. You got joke of the week?
My joke of the week is I did both of mine last week, but I just have had just a series of just unfortunate things to happen to me. You go first.
I don't really have a joke of the week. I do have a thing that I've been enjoying on TikTok. The videos where the parents are saying to dogs and children, like, I'm so hungry I could eat a kid, or I'm
Yes.
so hungry I could eat a dog,
Very funny.
have been the funniest thing, because the range of emotion that children are going through,
They're like,
what? But like one of the girls, the mom was like, I'm so hungry I could eat a kid. And the girl was like, I'm so hungry I could eat a grown up. And the mom was like, oh. And then another one was like, I'm so hungry I eat a kid. The little boy was like, do I look like food?
no, they're even very sassy. The one I watched this morning, because I've also been enjoying it. And the girl, she was like 8. So she was like, I'm sorry, I ate a kid. She's like, that's figurative language. I learned that today in school. And it's like,
Check you out.
look at you learning your words. It was very cute. But I also enjoy with them with the cookies. That's very funny to me, because them kids be like, because it's usually the mom that doesn't have a cookie, and they be like, well, me and daddy got cookies, so I don't know what you better do.
I've not seen those.
So it's
I know what it is. I've not seen the ones where the kids don't share. I'm seeing the only
the
ones where the
kid,
kids
like,
share.
they'll eventually warm up to it, but most of them were just like,
I saw one of the I'm so hungry I could eat a kid videos, and the little girl was like, no.
no, you can't.
She was like, no.
Oh, someone's like, I know she don't play. She's strict.
she-
Yes, that one was
no.
funny as hell.
I said, I know that's right. And then the one where the little girl abandoned the iPad, you could tell she was trying to run with the iPad, but it was holding her back, so she threw the iPad down and got out the room and closed the door behind her. She left.
Screaming.
And I'm so hungry I could eat a dog ones are so crazy. And then I want to do the one where you tell your dog your first name. Have you seen that where it's like, I don't know if I ever told
My
you.
name is Mel.
My name is Jasmine. And the dogs will be like, that's all right. So I want to do that one too.
Cardi is so funny because he don't listen. So I tried to do one of them with him, and he just wasn't listening to me. So he didn't even catch the joke. And I'm trying to be funny and cute with him, and he's just like not giving a fuck. But he does know my name, because if Dwayne's in another room and he'll be like, go get Mel, he'll come get me, which is cute.
That's cute. Oh God, I'm so fucking tired. I know I need to perk up, but like I know I said it in the last episode. I'm having a hard time being funny, which is my least favorite thing, because I feel like it's the thing that I'm good at, is being engaged at being funny.
Yeah.
But like I'm having a fucking difficult time, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired. It's not enough hours in the day. Like, I always have something to do, even when I think I've done anything. Like, I find myself, I'm sorry, I know I'm complaining. I need to get this off. You know how, like, you will do all the things that you need to do? Like, you'll, like, make a list and be like, okay, I need to do these 5 things. And then you do the 5 things and you sit down, and then as soon as you sit down, you see or think about something else, then it
And now you
bless
have
you.
a 6 thing.
And now it's 6 things that you need to do, and then you never stop doing shit until you take a shower and it's time to go to sleep. And I'm fucking over it. I can't remember the last time I did nothing and didn't feel guilty about it. Like, I want to do nothing and not have any anxiety about it. And I feel like I've been going nonstop for as long as I can remember. I need a fucking minute.
Then stop.
I can't stop. Shit gotta get done. Shit don't stop needing to get done just because I'm tired.
Yeah, because when I tell you, either I'm the Nicki Minaj song, or I'm spinning, like, or doing not shit. Like, tomorrow, I'm probably not gonna do shit. If I do something and I have a day like these days where I'm like really doing stuff and I'm like having to be a human, next day I'm not leaving that goddamn bed.
Yeah, I mean, I think after we get through the service, I'll be a little better. But then, like, I have clients, then I have to ramp up to go see my mom and
Get you some yellow cake, get you some of the fried wings from the funeral food, and have you a good time. Maybe I know black people like to electric slide at funerals and such, so.
Well, I think that tomorrow I'll be like, I think, even though I have my own grief, I think I usually fall in line of being like a support person in these situations. So, like, I have to be active and present tomorrow, like.
Yeah,
and it's just I'm tired, and I don't like to complain about like having to be a supportive person because I think that people are supportive to me and that they don't complain about it. And I'm not complaining about being supportive. I'm just tired, like I'm just exhausted, just straight up.
Just in general, aside from everything else that's going on.
So I'm sorry about that, but I just had to get that off.
Girl, that's not. Don't apologize, because guess what? If I'm having a bad day, everyone's gonna hear about it.
That's so crazy.
Everyone.
That's
Again,
so funny.
Oldest, youngest.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about who. I'm hungry.
And then, like, with the shit, like we just talked about, like with younger siblings and stuff, like some of the stuff my brother can do, and it's very, and I love him dearly, and I know he's young and he's the baby and all, but like he can do stuff. Yeah. Because when I was his age, it was come fucking do it. It wasn't a question. It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't a oh maybe let's see if she can. It was no, get your fucking ass
and get up
here
and go do that.
And big sister it up, do it.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating.
Oh, I have a funny thing that happened. So when I told you that it's not funny, but it is, but also just kind of just because I think my role as the youngest is different. Like I think because we've gotten older too, as I've been able to do things, I've been like the person that really holds everything together. I think as the youngest, I'm a different kind of youngest. I think in it because like my dad died when I was a certain age and I realized what my part was and like I had to still play my part. I had to be strong because everyone's looking at me to be strong. Like if Mel is okay, I'm okay. Let me make sure Mel's okay. And I got to know I got to be okay because everybody's looking at me to be okay. And if I'm not okay, no one else is going to be okay. So I've had to be okay. You get what I'm saying? But it's been a lot of pressure on me to kind of like perform and do all these things because I'm kind of just like, all right, once Mel does this, it's okay. Once Mel does this, we're done. You know what I'm saying? So I have to really like finish with a bang just in general. I said that today. A couple Sundays ago. That's really what just has been going on. Like, it's just too much. Me and Dwayne went to like a brunch, and then we came home and watched White Lotus, and I hadn't talked to my mom that day, and I called her. She didn't answer the phone.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't think that but my sister said she didn't talk to my mom that day either. So then I'm like,
antennas up.
So long story short, the too long didn't read of it all is I freaked the fuck out and drove to my mom's house at 1:00 in the fucking morning because she didn't answer the phone, and she was just asleep. But that's the crazy part about grief is just like you're so triggered by literally everything. If you don't text me back after an hour, whatever, I think you're dead. And that's just kind of my trauma. But it's like if anything happens to anyone, I think they're going to die. So I startled the fuck out of my mom. I had to wake her up remotely. I had to figure out a way to operate the digital shit in the house that was connected to the internet to wake her up. So and it's not funny, but it is. I remotely opened the garage because I knew the garage opening will wake her up. So fucking funny. I'm sorry. That's just hilarious to me.
No, I get it.
And she woke up like, what? Huh? I'm boohoo, bawling, crying, or whatever. So now we set up cameras in the house to make sure we know she's okay. But also that's just the funny part about being I guess, forever bereaved family because it's like, my living family members, I
Stay
need
living.
you motherfuckers
Yeah.
to check in
Yeah.
at all times.
But that's why, like, with me being so hyper vigilant about checking everybody's location and making sure you are where you're supposed to be at, like, that's because I have a fear that something is going to happen to my family. You know what I'm saying? Or something is going to happen and I'm not going to be there to help. That's why it's so funny, because when I've dated people, ever since, like, sharing location has become a thing, like, my partners have always been like, what are you looking at on that phone? And literally, I lay my head down at night, I'm like, okay.
You were
Okay.
cool. Great.
Okay, like my friend Tay, she didn't tell me she was going out of town. I look at her location. I said, why the fuck are you in Ohio? She's like, I'm at my girlfriend's family's house. I'm sorry. Say something then, because I'm thinking you done got kidnapped. Say something.
Okay.
You travel so much, I be like, let me go look at her tweets, see what show she got.
Oh yeah, I'm in fucking Zimbabwe.
I'll look and then I'll go line it up with your social media, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I be doing shit. That's funny.
Yeah.
My dot be all over the place, but I do like monitoring the dot.
Your dad be like, Gucci, what you doing out here?
Yeah, my dot be
Get your ass home, Gucci.
literally. I check my mom's dot probably the most often before I call her to see what she doing, to see if she home, see if she at church, see if she at Ross. Those are her three. Church, Ross, home is her thing. And it's so funny because my sister, my oldest sister, because she's an older sister, refuses to share her location.
She would have to share that location with me.
She refuses to do it.
My grandmother refused to share her location for so long that I had to take her phone and do it. And it's like, she's like, I don't need y'all in my business like that. You're 117 years old. I need to know where the fuck you're at, Sarah.
Yeah.
I need to know. I had to take her phone and I said, I'm going to share mine with you. You know how much, like, because I be doing shit I'm not supposed to be doing. So for me to lay my shit bare and share my shit down with you, and you could pick it up at any time and be like, who house you over? Where are you at? Yeah. She texted me one session and was like, why are you in Douglasville? I'm like, oh, in my business.
Yeah, clocked you.
In my business. Crazy. But
you know,
I need to know what's going on. That's the craziest thing about relationships with me. I don't go through phones because I don't want you going through mine.
That's it. Like, honestly,
but I need that fucking location. I need that.
I be checking Dwayne's location like clockwork, and then sometimes the phone, he'll leave his phone out, and I know it's code and everything, and it be calling to me like the fucking Green Goblin mask, and I be like, no, and it's like, check me.
I don't check phones.
I don't check phone, because if you go through mine, I'm killing myself right
Here's the thing. You check my phone, and it's not even that I'm doing nothing I'm not supposed to do. I'm just embarrassed. Literally walking to the next town. I'm fucking done. But for me, you
can't go through my phone.
I don't check phones unless you getting a lot of, like, notifications from the money apps. Because same person requests you too many times, you're sending hoes money.
Now, we're sitting next to each other, and he's texting, oh, I'm like SpongeBob and Patrick on that map. That's me. Who we texting? Who? And he always talks to his dumbass fucking friends.
But
that nigga love his friends.
He loves his friends. But my thing with the phone, I don't need to go through a phone. But if I ask for that bitch, I need it in my hand.
Not you, assistant principal.
I'm sorry, because in my, like, the way that I feel about it, right? Like I said, I know the niggas I be dating. I know if my nigga talking to hoes. I know if I got a nigga that likes to talk to hoes. I know that. I didn't see that phone. If I need to see it, I'm never going through it behind your back. But if it comes up in my spirit, I need it
in my hand. I don't have the.
But if I'm checking phones, that means we need to break up.
I mean, and yeah, like once I start checking phones, we don't need to be doing this. I've never checked a phone in my life. A phone has like been in my eyesight, and I saw the message come through because you're showing me some other dumb video or some shit, and it was like,
So one time, I won't say what nigga it is, because apparently my new niggas, old niggas, one nigga, blue nigga, red nigga, two fish, be listening to the podcast. But I was in a nigga car one time, and I found a bobby pin that didn't look like none of my bobby pins. I was in that phone. Every time the nigga turned around, I was, what's going on? Because whose black ass bobby pin is this?
And are you
whose
on the
open
fucking
bobby pin is this? Because I don't wear open bobby pins. I wear closed.
I was trying to figure out how
pins.
you identify the bobby pin.
Because I don't wear, you know, the bobby pins that are shaped like horseshoes and they open at the end. They got that gap in between at the end. The open bobby pins.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't wear those. I only wear
those
closed.
are like wig bobby pins, right? Those specific kind of bobby pins.
Right. I only wear closed bobby pins. So I saw that bobby pin, and I know he got sisters and shit, but
they hair don't be done.
who the bitch?
Who's the hoe?
Who's the hoe?
And I'll never forget, this is probably how I lost that nigga probably forever, but that fucking CarPlay caught me up so bad. That motherfucking CarPlay, because like, CarPlay used to be whatever app you have open on your phone is what was on CarPlay. So my brain was still kind of used to that. So I didn't think my messages were up on the thing because I was on a different app. My messages were up for like 45, not 45, maybe 20 something minutes. We were sitting in my car and that boy name was just on the top of my, she was like, mommy, such and such, nigga.
I got caught up on
no
my
fool.
Bluetooth because a nigga was trying to use my phone to connect to his car. And he was like, whose Benz you been in? Whose Benz is this? I was like, oh! It's like, yikes, it's my aunt's. He was like, get the fuck out of my car. I was like, true. That was forever ago. That was funny. That was.
I don't know who he said. No.
He was like, whose fucking Benz have you been in? I was like, that's so.
The nigga with the least authority always want to be strict as fuck.
So strict.
I remember I was talking to this nigga around the time I had graduated college, and this nigga was like, it was so weird because he was kind of intimidated by like the meanness of it all, like just having to deal with like my family and all the, you know, pomp and circumstance of my graduation. And mind you, he's a student at the university, did not come to my graduation. And then we eventually like kind of fizzled out or whatever. But he got mad at me because we were still talking a little bit. He broke up with me like right before Valentine's Day, like a week or two before Valentine's Day. And then in that time I met the nigga who ended up being my next boyfriend. But he got mad at me because I had went on a date over Christmas break. Mind you, you didn't go to my graduation. You not really trying to beat me, I guess, whatever, for real, whatever. I went on a date with so funny with... This is 2016. Oh, damn, that camera probably caught it anyway.
Show did.
I was like, this is like 10 years ago. We went on a date to Chili's 2 for $20, and he got mad because I wasn't like lying. It was like,
me.
yeah, I'm my man. So he was like, oh, you went on a date? And he was like, did he pay? And I was like, yeah. And he paid? It's a fucking 2 for $20. And I just remember he kept
$10 bills.
I remember he just kept on being like, and he paid. Let me see if I can find that message. And he paid. I was just like...
The fact that you still have these messages from 2016 is crazy.
My messages go back to 2014.
Mine do too, but I thought it was just me.
Because I need my what? Receipts.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We got to make sure we get into the topic this episode.
Yes, let's get into the topic. The topic at hand is we're talking about...
Sinners.
Sin. We give y'all time so we can officially talk about it.
All I learned from that movie is that's why you don't let people spit in your mouth. Because that should have been the first red flag, that this lady was drooling like a dog, and you're so fucking horned up that you bring up the fact that she's drooling, and your fucking horned up ass, she say, you want some? And instead of being like, no, bitch, why are you slobbering?
Why are you actually drooling out your mouth?
You let this fucking demon spit in your mouth.
And you know, it's a lesson in white bitches, obviously.
Yes.
She gonna get you. I kept on thinking about Boondocks. She's like, I told you about messing with them white girls. Obviously. And then I love that, like, it was two love interests with two completely different kind of vibes. I love that. I knew it was gonna be good. I knew that. I knew when I came in that bitch, this movie's gonna be fucking good. I'm trying to think of my favorite part. I need to go watch it again. I may go watch it again tomorrow by myself.
My favorite vampire part of it was the Irish jig.
Of course.
Because they was out there cutting up.
It was funny as fuck.
It was funny, and I think it was well done. I think that, first of all...
I'm thinking of Cornbread as the funniest fuck part.
Cornbread was funny. Yeah. You know, people still call him 10 Freaky Girls to this day. That's so funny to me. No? You don't know?
I've never seen 8 Mile.
Never seen 8 Mile?
I've never seen it.
Okay. Okay.
I've never liked Eminem.
I don't like Eminem either.
So I've never had and I had no ties to Detroit until like 5 years ago. So I had no reason to watch 8 Mile.
Okay. Well, 10 Freaky Girls was funny.
So give me the context of that.
It's just something he said in a rap battle. 10 Freaky Girls. It was his little rap.
Okay. Well, I know him from
CSI Miami.
Maybe so. Yeah. And he's actually really good. If you have Apple TV, which only like 12 people do, but The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray with Samuel L. Jackson and Dominique Fishback is really good. He's in that. He's really, really good.
But no, So the Irish Jig was my favorite vampire part. And the Native Americans giving one warning and then being like,
Okay.
well, all right, we're going to get out of your
When
hair.
I tell you, them people got the fuck
Got
on.
the fuck on. I love that.
And I love that. And honestly, like, most of my vampire lore, I understand from Twilight because that's what I watched. And I'm just like, there's just so much context of natives not fucking with vampires at all. And I want us to do that in a non-corny way. Like, that was still, because, you know, like, Jacob and them did not fuck with, and they ended up being the werewolves and all of that. So it's still some historical context to that. I really enjoyed that. And what I love about Ryan Coogler, because I made that video about, like, being excited for his press run. And I'll tell you, I don't know if he saw that video or not. I've never heard this nigga talk so much in my goddamn life. I have been being fed. But he adds so much, like, historical context. Like, this nigga does his fucking homework. Even the way that he did Namor in Black Panther 2 with all the, like, Aztec, you know, Mexican lore and all of that, like, tied that in. It was so beautifully done. So just even with this, like, even down having the Irish immigrants and then having the historical context of the Choctaw Indians. I know you're not supposed to say Indian, but they were saying Indians, the Indians, whatever. It was just, everything was just so perfect. Having the Chinese people in it and that being historically accurate too. The Mississippi Delta. I'm just like, I love history. I love knowledge, nigga.
And then also I think that there was a political commentary kind of happening with the white man running to the door and his skin sizzling, and they, you know, at first are kind of like wary of him, but they let him in
because he's white. Yeah,
because he's white. So like white people just like basically like sticking together even if it's not in their own best interest. Because if I had just let somebody into my home and anybody came to my door and was like, hey, if this particular person just came into your home, we're trying to apprehend him because he's a dangerous person, I'd be like, come get his ass. I would not be like, oh, it's some Native Americans at my door and I'm white, so I'm going to stick with the whiteness. And now look at you, a dumbass vampire.
But because you're not white.
Right, exactly.
That's why you don't think
but
like that.
I think that's also why they only said it one time. Because I'm not about to sit here and tap dance for you.
White lady with the Klan thing hanging up in the back.
Right, exactly.
And eyesight of the fucking front door. It was so... That shit was crazy. And I honestly love the villain. He ate so bad.
Oh, yeah, he did eat. He did eat. And then, but you know what? I want to talk about the twins. I want to talk about Smoke and Stack, but I want to talk about Annie really quickly and how rampant colorism and fat phobia is.
Oh, I thought that was his mama or his auntie. Shut the fuck up.
You did not think that lady was his mama, and you didn't think that lady was an adversary. It was clearly a romantic relationship. He clearly visited a shared grieving space when he came back to the land. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it took me 5 seconds to understand what was happening. I didn't know she was playing the love interest. I knew she was going to be in it, obviously. But you know what? And sadly, I was like, oh, okay. I was shocked that was the angle they were taking because I wouldn't have expected that because of what we've seen in movies. Honestly, that's never, and it wasn't even mentioned like, I'm a big, beautiful black hoodoo girl. Like, usually if it is a love interest, that's part of her personality. It was never brought up. Yeah. So when I was like, okay, he's visiting the baby. Okay, cool. The baby died. I don't know how old the baby was or whatever. When he came in there, like, oh, she the mama. Oh, they are actually and then, cool.
Your body didn't forget me.
Need that.
I said, oh, man. Yeah, but I also learned. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just thinking about the level of twang of that time because, you know, she middle her work day. Got up under that. And them dresses hold heat, bitch. Them
and it's a lot. It's petticoats
just,
and layers and
the
shit.
coochie eating down to the juke joint. Oh, I walked here. You don't want to eat this pussy? Yes, I do. And he pushed that button, didn't it?
But you know what? This how I know, like, I'm freaked out because...
Yes. I got a little season.
This is 1867. You know I ain't take no motorcycle here. You know what this thing is, no? And
that's that silk. That silk don't... That's why I don't like silk and chiffon. It don't breathe.
It hold
must.
I'd have been like,
but
hey, preacher boy.
And somebody who... I don't want to keep on talking about balls on here.
We don't have to talk about balls. I didn't even know balls were part of the conversation.
Well, I was going to bring them up.
Okay, go for it.
I was saying, as someone who likes to get up under them balls and sniff them.
You're a fucking freak. Go on. I'm listening.
Cause that boy not super sweaty. He not like a super man sweaty person. So it's like a perfect storm.
I think that's more than I needed to. No. Yeah, you're right. Next time, keep that. You were right and I was wrong. Next time, keep
Get
it.
up.
Why are you pulling them up?
You stretch them up.
Oh my god! Like pizza dough? Oh my god! Oh my
You
god!
like a fucking AV cable.
This is fucking terrifying. That poor boy.
You get up. You
Oh my god!
get
That
a
sounds
handful of
painful. A handful.
Y'all gotta get up under it.
Nah.
To get that elastic part up under
No,
it. You
that's
stretch
crazy.
it out.
That's crazy.
Get a quarter.
I have something heinous to say, but I'll keep it to myself.
Please, you have to say it.
Okay. You know how when you pull balls like down and then that little thin like
Membrane.
flap membrane piece, I like to flick it.
What, the ball divider?
The little hub where it connects.
The hub is
And then
ball hub.
the ball hub, and then it's got that little flap of skin.
It's like the back of your tights. It's like
It's like
squishy,
it's like the
squishy.
under your tongue.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like
That I like to just
Oh yeah. Oh, I just talking about. Oh
just
yeah.
flick it. That's so funny to
Boing.
me.
It's like the little door stopper shit, and you just
Yep.
boing it.
I feel like men don't realize how fun penises are, like non-sexually. Cause I just be down there doing dumb shit. I think that's how I got good at head. Cause like I'm not doing this cause it feels good to you sexually. It's just fun. It's a very please touch museum down here, and I'm having me a good time. So, yeah. But anyway, so they asked on Twitter. I'm gonna ask you, who would you want, Smoke or Stack?
I hate a crash out. I don't like crash out. Stack is off the table. Nah, but Smoke did shoot that nigga in the ass in the middle of
Was
this.
Stack a crash out?
Yes.
How so?
He was too reckless. He did too much.
That doesn't mean he a crash out.
He like making a scene. He did too much, and he was like kind of with it with the vampire shit. Like it was just crazy.
But that's so crazy to me because Smoke is the one that shot 2 people in the street. But he's, if you look
He's
at
still
how
more calm. They both are fucked up.
They both, yeah. But it just seems like he's kind of portrayed as the like more about his business one, and like even like Smoke to me is usually the type of nigga that I feel like I be with. But like he seemed like the more temperamental one to me, because even when they was down to the JUKE trying to pay in like plantation money and promissory notes, he was about to turn up on that immediately.
He was strict as fuck.
He's very strict. He's a strict
more
ass
strict.
nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Stack is kind of like this nigga do
Mixy.
anything. He more mixy, right?
Yeah.
And they're both criminals, so it's not like
Yeah.
one is. They're both thugs. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather the more strict, leveler-headed one. And he had more compassion because he liked the realer bitch. He liked the bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I like him. Stack, you dating a white bitch in 1932, you do
It's
anything.
crazy.
You do anything.
And then you just left. Like, I mean, they both just left, but like you left. Like,
yeah, you.
left.
I can't trust you.
But
You
I
do
feel like
anything.
stricter niggas seem calmer, but they really don't be. They just speak softer. You know what I'm saying? And they not as like loud.
Okay, he shot a nigga in the ass.
But you
in front
shot a
of
nigga
everybody.
in the ass in front of the grocery store.
In
You're
the
crazy.
ass. Everybody seen him shot in that. You see Money Talks?
I don't remember it. I probably saw it when I was a kid.
It's on Tubi. Don't piss me off. Please watch Money Talks. Are you kidding me?
I'm not watching shit you suggest until you watch Succession. So you can fuck off.
Whoa.
Seriously.
Money Talks is like an hour and a half long. Succession is like 14 seasons.
I just said you had to get past episode 5.
I'm just, you know,
I watched that fucking movie with you.
don't act like you didn't enjoy the shit out of that.
I
fucking
cried and I didn't want to.
movie. It was good.
So
You
watch
cried because
Succession.
it was good.
It was moving.
Like,
moving.
I'm a movie bitch. TV shows, you want me to sit and watch these white people in this fucking office for 19 hours?
It's not an office.
These rich billionaire Ritzes.
Yes, it's a good TV.
It's just so much work. And then I ended up falling for White Lotus, and that was a little more interesting, but it's still white people doing stuff. Come on, man.
That's all right. I don't
White people are
expect. I don't
doing-
expect you to do it. I don't.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means literally what I said. Would you like me to repeat it? I don't. It's fine.
Why
I don't
don't you
expect
expect
you
it?
because I don't expect. Clearly,
not?
I'm correct not to expect it, as you have not fulfilled the expectation.
What makes you have that expectation?
History patterns
My history and patterns of what?
of not meeting expectations.
What expectations did you have that did not meet?
Are you fucking with me right now? I literally just said it. I'm done with this. I'm over you. Let's move on.
Are you criticizing my taste?
No, I'm criticizing your ability to complete a requested task.
What requested task have I not
I
completed?
asked you to watch the fucking show several times. You making me mad.
I don't want to watch it.
That's fine. Which I said
It's boring as shit.
I said I don't expect you to.
You should because it's fucking boring.
It's not boring. Literally, millions.
Are there dicks in it?
Millions. Yes, millions of people.
Hold on.
There's dick in it. You think I'm suggesting an HBO show with no dick? Have you met me?
But that's the concern because I just never know. And if you would have led with there's dick. Now, what kind of dick is it? White dick?
It's white dick. There's no
whose
black
dick?
dick.
Is it one of
in
the
the
fine
show.
white dicks? It was like the uncle dick or like the daddy.
There's no old man dick in it, but it's dicks.
Is Macaulay Culkin brother dick on there?
Once.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm into it or not. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh my god. Okay. Succession is a very critically acclaimed, well-received show. Millions of people disagree with you that it's boring. They are right. I am right, and you are wrong.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Horror movies. We're supposed
Okay, so yeah, I
love.
love Sinners. That one scene with like all the different generations of dance everyone's talking about, like that was just, I feel like I lifted out of my seat in that.
Very moving.
I was in there like, this is the greatest shit I've ever seen in my life.
As soon as they brought out the like Bootsy Collins-esque electric guitar player, I was like, oh, this shit is in different areas. Something is happening.
Then the Chinese people came. I'm like, oh, we're going there.
Yeah.
We're doing that.
Yeah. It was really great.
And I wish I could hear. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was saying I wish I could hear Ryan Coogler pitch that. And then we gonna have, you know what I'm saying? We got the Chinese.
We're gonna have the kabuki dancers.
The kabuki dancers.
We're gonna have the kabuki dancers.
And they gonna be over there.
You
And
know
then
what kabuki is?
We gonna have a girl twerking from Oakland.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
That brings me joy. No, but he really put out the stops, and anything that seemed like it could have been a plot hole was intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Indian people not coming back, or
the man showing up on the porch sizzling. That was, first of all, like I'm not into Hoodoo like witchy, but I know about it just because my people are from Mississippi and Louisiana. Like immediately, him showing up on the porch with his skin sizzling, ain't nothing a Native American could have did to you, and you still be alive for that to be happening. So like the fact that was intentional, that the sunlight was burning his skin and that he was being chased.
And now I wonder what at the end, because he was just sizzling in the sun, but he wasn't burning up. But at the end, he was engulfed in flame. What was different? Oh, the silver.
Yeah, the silver.
The silver.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
From the guitar. Yeah.
That was a great. I wish like. I know the
We
big
spoiling
fight.
the fuck out this movie.
We spoiling the fuck
out
of this movie. Well, y'all knew that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all had 2 weeks at this point. We
2
gave y'all an
weeks.
extra week.
Yep, we did.
I wondered, like, I was like, dang, like the fight scene, I wish it was longer, but the point wasn't the fight scene. You know what I'm saying? Everything else of the world building that they did. Cause like, oh, it started so slow. No, they're building a world.
Yeah. And I like when movies, I'd rather take the time to build up to it and set up all the dominoes, set up all the pieces, give me all the details.
And then
like
knock 'em down, yeah.
I think we've gotten so far in media where like even how they talk about like how TV now, studios and execs will like try to require writers to write scripts in such a way where everything is so blatant and spelled out word by word, so that like they want people to be able to cook dinner and be able to keep up with the show without really watching it. So that's why scripts have started to suck so bad.
Yeah.
Because they want people to not actually consume media. But I would rather it be set up piece by piece, and then me watch all the dominoes fall, then you rush it in 15 minutes. Like the exposition of a movie shouldn't be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It should be set up to where I'm deeply entrenched in the
And
movie.
then he left room for interpretation for certain things, or like even down to like the Lord's Prayer at the end not working because he was like, I know that. Nigga, you ain't no one know the motherfucking Lord's Prayer. Your colonizers is my colonizers.
And also because I viewed that vampire in particular as like a kind of devil, I think it also leans to like the devil was an angel. Devil knew the Lord. Devil knew all that shit. So like
that ain't gonna help.
That ain't gonna help. Like,
yeah.
Like it's other like forces at play.
Yeah.
And then it's also like I thought it was interesting, and somebody mentioned something similar on Twitter, but how like the preacher, even though in Christianity like it's like, oh, like the devil and he's coming to get you and oogity boogity and da 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 da.
Yeah.
But the people who practice hoodoo in the movie, and people have also been talking about like hoodoo was a huge part of like Church of God in Christ and like AME Church and you know all of those things, and how like the people who practice hoodoo knew what was up. Like
Yeah.
you know, with my people being from Mississippi and Louisiana, like, we grew up talking about Hanks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what that means. Like, when we were in the theater, like, I told Rita, like, we were talking about him needing an invitation to come in. And I was basically telling her, like, if somebody who visits your home on a regular basis will not cross your threshold without an explicit invitation, that's a fucking Hank. That's a spirit. That's not... That's crazy. Or like how if you get an unexpected visitor in the middle of the night and you hear your name and no knock on the door, Hank, it's Hank. Like, so it's interesting to me how like Annie knew what was up almost immediately, and how she was like, your big ass can push past all of us, and you've been out of here all day. Why you need an invitation to come in the door? And
I love that. And first of all, her being a beans on toast and having that accent down so well, because that's a Hank. I was like, ooh, she ate that. That's a really good accent. But it was just like, I loved how they showed Hoodoo in its like intended state and not in a demonized way, which I think the whole thing was like stripping down what demonic was and what the devil was. And just, I was watching a video on TikTok because my whole For You was just sinners now. But she was like, you know, people in the church want to demonize hoodoo and voodoo, all this stuff, and conflate them with each other and the negativity of witchcraft or whatever. But you practice hoodoo. Because it was like, oh, you don't practice hoodoo? Put your purse on the floor.
There it is.
Oh, you ain't going to do that, is you? You know what I'm saying? Like different stuff that we do. This is hoodoo. This is not just superstition.
Right.
It's hoodoo. We do all these things. These are all practices
and it's incorporated into so much of Black life.
Yeah,
like,
every little bit of it. And like, oh, why you won't let your baby out the house after they born? You know, all these different things that are just tradition and superstitions. It's hoodoo. You know, we may not be doing incantations like she was doing and, you know, having a little mojo necklace and stuff, but like, it's hoodoo, babes.
I want to talk about that garlic scene when they were making everybody eat the garlic inside the juke. Look, two things. I know that I am a temperamental person. I would not have waited for Pearline or Delta Slim to eat that garlic. As soon as they started acting like they didn't want to do it, soon as Pearline was like, I don't really eat garlic like that. Shot.
It's 100 vampires outside, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about?
She would have gotten shot immediately. I would have shot her in the kneecap once so she knew I wasn't playing. Eat that fucking garlic. And then when Delta Slim started eating the garlic and acting like that, I wouldn't have waited. You're getting shot.
Yeah.
You're getting fucking shot.
Everybody. So what is your interpretation of the Asian lady saying come and get it? Because some people were like she did what she had to do, and some people were like, oh, this is what happens with POCs and they put themselves first. What is your POV on it?
I mean, it's gonna get playfully racist.
Sure. That's
Asian people to me. Them people threatened her baby. She's physically currently in a room full of Black people. Them people, if they wanted to kill your baby, they just would have went and did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just would have went and done it. They're playing on your weaknesses.
Yeah.
You don't think that people knew where your baby was before they turned your husband?
They could have went and got your baby, turned her and brought her up.
Like, so I think that it was one of those things where, like, and people are saying it, and, you know, people on both sides of it, but, like, there is really no POC solidarity.
Yeah.
She wanted them people to leave her baby alone, and I guess she weighed the chances of fighting, and that was just that. Because you didn't even care to discuss it with us for real.
Yeah, but at the same time, the way they were all lined up, y'all are ready for them to come in. You know what I'm saying? Like I get, because I was annoyed with her too. And the thing is, some people were like, you know, she had to do because if they waited it out till sunrise, them niggas would have been free and loose. And came back the next night and the next night and the next night. It would have been a whole thing. So I get that too. But also, bitch, they might ask you to say all that too. But, what was I finna say? Oh, when you think about the historical context, because people are, you know, saying like, oh, I love the part about the Asians being there because they were in the Mississippi Delta, you know, with the white store being on one side of the street and the Black store being on another side of the street. And, you know, kind of painted as this like weird allyship we had with them. But they were also just trying to survive too. It wasn't so much that the loyalty lied with us. And they still were able to kind of somewhat be in white spaces because while they weren't white, they also weren't Black. It's like they were in survival mode. It wasn't necessarily we love Black people so much. They were surviving. And those businesses have survived in our neighborhoods.
I mean, and I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about how, like, that model minority shit, like, yeah, we talk shit about it, but it began as a survival tactic. Yeah. It began as, like, we see the worst thing to be is Black.
So we're not that.
And if we just stand real still and hope they see this yellow as a little brighter than what it is.
Yeah.
then we're gonna be okay. So that's why, like, do we all have our issues with like the model minority shit? Yes. But like, I get it, because we can't pretend that this is tan. As black people, like, we black. We just black. You see it, it's black. We black in the hair, we black in the features, all that shit. Yeah. But I think when you have the opportunity, like, assimilation is different for different cultures, and they just kind of leaned into it. Because there's so many businesses that are still open today. I think about that all the time. Like, when you think about the Asian people who were in the Delta, there's businesses today. Like, these are second and third generation people having businesses in Mississippi, in fucking Little Rock, in fucking all these different southern places. Yeah. And they talk like us. They talk like us.
And I think that's why, like, Asian people are such chameleons. Like, you seen that family who live in like Jonesboro, that Asian family, and they all sound like niggas on TikTok. It's an Asian family. Like, I mean, all the kids sound like niggas. Like, like that. What the fuck is you talking about? That one lady from Walmart, it was like they all like her. And it's like, who taught you that? But they can also sound like a Becky seamlessly. And then, like, there's a whole Wasian culture that I wasn't familiar with until TikTok. It's a lot of Wasians.
Wasians?
White Asians.
Oh.
Like, white dad, probably male or the bride.
That would make sense.
Weird, that
would make sense.
Weird age gapped Asian mom. But, like, there's like a whole subset of Whasia on TikTok that
Whasia is crazy.
That I've slipped and fell into one time. So it's just like they've been able to kind of play both sides a lot. Yeah, so let's talk about, there's so much to talk about from this fucking movie. Okay, if you was down to the juke joint, what you would have been doing?
If I was down to the juke joint, like, I'm the same person I am now. Like, the closest experience, there are a couple spots in Atlanta that feel like juke joints to me, and I behave the same way every time I go. So when I go to Cass Cafe, I be in there with a whiskey in my hand, and if I'm with a man, like, I'm swaying like I would at a real juke joint. I love to dance. I love to slow dance. I think it's the most romantic thing that you could do. I'm slow dancing. When I've been to the smoking room on the south side, or I've been to backstage on the south side, those kind of like are like juke joints to me. Being there drunk, loud, having fun. Sometimes I might shoot me a little dice. Sometimes I might go.
Be a fucking
I'm not a lady, and you know that about me. You know that.
I know that, but like every time you say, because you said something, oh, you was eating pork rinds earlier. Boy shit, boy, nigga shit. You see that girl do
I saw her do
nigga shit.
Pork
drugs,
rinds are
guns, boys.
But no, I might, shoot a little dice. I might go dance. If it's a place where I can get on the mic and sing, I'll go sing. I'm very Pearline. I will hop on that mic. Now,
Pearline was a bad bitch.
Pearline was a bad bitch.
That little nigga get the best head of your life, turn to a vampire, and die in the same night, honestly.
She said, ladies, leave your man at home.
Okay.
I wouldn't be down to the juke getting my coochie ate though. Well, maybe.
I've been down to the Q house getting my coochie ate. I've got my coochie ate in worse places.
You know what? That's a lie, because I have absolutely been doing sex stuff in people's bars and lounges. So I'm actually banned from Après DM in Midtown. So.
What?
Why? So I was fucking in the bathroom. I've been banned from there since 2019. My picture's in the manager's office from the security camera.
Did they email you or something? How do you know it's in there?
No, they were just like, we're printing out your picture from the security camera. The both of you never come back in here, or we're going to call the cops. I haven't been back.
Maybe it expired.
I tried to go and sit on the patio, and I think I complained about something, and the manager was like, and I was like, actually, we'll take the check.
So you snuck in.
Yeah. But it's because it was 6 years ago. I don't even look the same.
Like, turn around. Let me see your coochie real quick. It's the same coochie that we put on the goddamn wall 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine, I'm trying to figure out which Atlanta club, past, present, future, would be an ideal zombie apocalypse station.
Zombie apocalypse station?
Vampire apocalypse. Like, if we had to be...
Old opera.
Old opera with the outside, though?
Outside, inside, you got multiple.
They outside, though.
Well, you can't fortify it. Yeah, you're right. I lied. Old oak.
Old oak.
Old
'Cause
oak
you got
would be-
levels. You can see them at the windows.
You can peek over shit. It's a lot of place to hide. Multiple kitchens in there, so you got like
it's a rooftop.
So yep, old oak. That would be the best.
Old oak. I'm trying to think of other
club to hole
clubs.
up in.
Gold room.
Gold room.
Levels.
Yes.
Gold room has levels.
Gold room has levels. Yes.
You can kind of like you can use that as like a real battlefield.
Yeah. I would say Cirque, even though that's not a club, they got that basement.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Cirque, Buckhead, slushy place?
It's still open for whatever.
I didn't know. You know, I haven't been there.
I passed by it. I ain't been
since I was a youth. I haven't been there in years.
Yeah, I haven't been there since 2016.
Going
but
to that bathroom used to be like going to war. Because they used to have such good drink specials and wing specials. Excuse me. I would be in there turned up.
Yeah.
And then have to go to the bathroom and realize I got to go down 75 steps.
Oh no.
To get to the bathroom.
The only time there, I was so drunk already, and I finally had some like grown people money. So like, they're like, "Oh, you getting a drink?" And I was like, "Hell yeah," because I could afford it, but I shouldn't have drunk it.
Yeah.
I threw up so bad in one of them parking lots, like when that Shell or that Citgo or whatever that's over there by that, real bad. I think it was like blue, and I'm trying to think like what my position would be if I were in the club that night. Cause I would have definitely got the fuck on. I probably would have got turned early. Like, oh, we gotta go? You gonna tell me twice? Niggas is tripping.
I would have probably just been stuffing garlic in their mouths. Just like, here, eat it. Just putting it in their mouths.
Yeah.
As they ran up.
Yeah. Cause like, I would have been no help in the final battle. And you know, it's like 4 or 5 other niggas that was still in there with them. Cause like in the final battle, they was getting killed. It was like, who
is you?
Who is this nigga?
Imagine being like not one of the main characters and that shit happened. Like you go to the bathroom, come back out.
Where everybody at?
Everybody gone. Niggas done got turned into vampires. Cornbread went to take a piss. Now imagine being a big vampire.
Right.
I'm a vampire and I'm slow.
So my thing is, Cornbread, if he lived forever like the rest of them niggas, is my face gonna be bust open the rest of my life,
His face
bro?
gonna be bust open the rest of his life. And probably what's her name who got shot all them times before she ran off, she was like, "We coming to kill all y'all."
You can every last one of you. That was kind of, she ate that real bad.
She
I ain't
did,
gonna lie.
yeah.
Kaylee showed her ass. I like her performance. That was really good for her because she's been in more like teeny bopper sci-fi shit. This was good to see her as a grown lady. She's getting fucked. Good for her. Good
She did a
for
good
her.
job. That spitting them out for something else. I was like, oh, Haley. Oh. Yeah.
That's my thing as an actress. Like, I spit in your mouth in the scene. We're kissing. I'm on top of you. Even if we do have like a glove or some kind of sock situation, like, I'm gonna be in your trailer when you get there.
That's my thing too, because it would take a lot for me to let a nigga spit in my mouth. You spit in my mouth, you've done a spell, and we go together. You spit in my mouth, welcome to the fucking Thunderdome,
You never
bitch.
had your mouth spat in? You've never done that?
I've done the spitting, but I've not had my mouth spit in. And I've done the spitting by request. Why are you hiding? Because you be letting niggas spit in your mouth? You was going to let them run a train on you?
No. You overreacting this usual diamond.
I've done the spitting by request, and I'm just like, okay, I guess. But I've not had a nigga spit in my mouth before.
I'm sure I talked about this in the early episodes because it was fresh then. Getting my mouth spat in the first time was an insane experience.
What is the draw to it?
It's nasty.
It is nasty, but it's like, I don't get... it would have to be special. It would have to be...
It's the same way, like, you don't have nerves in... I'm trying to think of what else it would be. Like, it's the thrill of somebody doing something nasty. Like, that was nasty. I'm excited now.
I get it, but it's spit, though. In my mouth.
It's like warm water.
I know what spit tastes like,
It's
but
warm,
I'm just...
gooey. It's not like a... It's not like mucus in it.
I never thought that. It's just like... Because I'm a passionate person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I do sex good, but it's just like... I don't know. Maybe it has to be the right person.
I'm sure vampire sex is probably crazy.
Because I can't fuck you up. Like, if you already turned, I can bite you as much as I want. But them teeth got...
And we not gonna die. So
we
like,
not gonna die.
For you, he can hit you as hard as he wants to.
I was thinking about that.
You're not gonna die.
I was thinking about that. Take a smooth vampire uppercut. I'm into it.
Yeah, y'all could just be like... on Hancock? Remember they was fighting all over the goddamn world? That would be y'all. Y'all just wouldn't die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I don't want bruises and shit.
Would
though.
you have like voluntarily got turned, or would you have been like, I'm gonna fight for what's right and stay in the 30s? I
would have cracked one of those Irish beer bottles behind the bar and slit my fucking throat. I'm not dealing with any of this. I'm not dying trying to fight no vampires, and I'm not getting tired, because living forever is one of my worst fears. No. You mean if one of them motherfuckers come in here and bite me, I'm going to live forever?
But once the thing is,
no.
Once you're bit, you're okay with it.
I don't want to live forever. I don't want to do that. No.
Your mind would change once you get changed, though.
I'm all set. No.
I don't want to live forever either, though, because like, I think I'm just going to
I don't want to live forever.
Around like 80, 85.
And then you mean I can't go out in the sun? I love the sun.
No, I can't go to the beach no more.
I love the sun.
I'm a summer baby.
I love to be outside. I can't go to no day parties. I can't go to no cookouts. Baby showers are during the day. I love baby showers.
And they, like, even with like daylight savings now, you really can't be outside.
Weddings are during the day.
Mm-hmm.
I like plants. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that means like your windows got to be closed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta sneeze again.
Bless you.
I'm having a hard time.
Why the fuck
guys.
you sound like Betty Boop?
Shut up. I don't.
Boop, boop,
But no, I love sunlight too much. I love garlic.
Garlic.
I love garlic. Oh my God.
I like silver.
I like silver. I got silver on right now.
It's from the hair store.
You
but
mean
it's
I
silver.
can't cook with garlic? So you mean I'm just putting onion in this shit? No.
Yeah, too much. I like garlic too much.
I can't have garlic powder.
And honestly, I feel like that clove of garlic would have been so good because it got a little kick to it.
A little snack in the middle of a crisis.
Can I soak it a little bit? This good.
I love a crisis snack. When shit is going wrong and somebody hands me a snack or a sweet treat, I'd be like, oh.
Imagine being a bitch that didn't go that night. Like, I ain't going to smoke a sack because they robbed me in 27. And then you hear everybody die.
That's how I felt when I was trying to break into Bulldogs after my birthday, and I was outside cutting the food, escaping from the car, and like beating on the bouncer and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the next day, several people were sending me videos of all out fights that happened in Bulldogs.
But that's normal.
And bitches getting pushed down and shit. And they like, see what you wanted to do? See what you was trying to go do? And I'm like,
But that's a regular Saturday at Bulldogs, though.
Yeah.
Because the gays be fighting.
The gays be fighting down.
Someone did say there was an absence of queer people in what you call it.
And where?
In Sinners.
In Sinners? No, was nobody gay?
I'm trying to think.
I didn't see no gays.
I didn't see a lot of gay, but like gayness existed because this is around the same time as Color Purple too. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it would have been as overt. You know what I'm saying? Like if they would have probably dug a little deeper, it wasn't as outward.
I think the way they set up the movie, though, I think we're gonna get more in this franchise, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Because they set it up for us to follow Stack and Mary
through the years.
Yes.
And then
they set it up for a prequel for us to know how Stack and Smoke were in Chicago,
and for a spinoff with the Choctaw.
Correct. And I think what I want to know more about with Smoke and Stack, because like it took me a minute to get the correlation between them bringing down Irish beer and Italian wine.
Yeah,
y'all were playing the fucking mafias against each other.
Yep.
And robbed them. Them
and
niggas is coming to Mississippi.
And got the fuck on.
They
niggas robbed each other and then let them fight it out.
Them niggas eventually is coming to Mississippi to figure out
where they shit went.
And what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
So I would love to see that story of how they was handling Chicago. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you watch, it's apparently in the Spotify. You saw that in the Spotify pages for the thing. They have news clippings of the boat that the Irishman came in on, and he killed everybody on the goddamn boat. And that's how he got to America. It was like a massacre on the boat, but there were no bodies, something like that. And then it had the article of when Smoke and Stack robbed somebody in 20-something when they left Mississippi. And then they talked about the Irish and the Italian mobs against each other in Chicago. So it was like little newspaper clippings, and you can read that. So that was really cute.
Okay. I don't have Spotify, so you have to show it to me.
No, I don't either. It was on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
We can wrap up. Anything we probably have more thoughts, but I couldn't really think of all my thoughts right now. But I love the symbolism. I loved everything. Brian Coogler did an amazing job. And I love horror. Okay, real quick, one last booty hole before we leave. If your horror movie could be anything, what would be the tagline?
The tagline? You do yours first.
Like a real quick. 'Cause for me, like my horror movie was like young black woman walks into a room and everybody's a member of Phi Beta Sigma.
Okay. Dang.
And they try to turn me.
Young tagline. For my horror movie.
Something silly, please.
I know, I'm thinking of something silly. I just can't. I'm trying to think of what would be like. It would be like me and like locked in a like escape room with like Joe Budden.
Screaming.
That would be terrible for me.
Yeah. And you gotta save Jodeci. You gotta keep Jodeci away from him.
Oh God. I forgot. He diddles dogs.
He diddles dogs,
That
so
fast.
you gotta defeat the diddler.
Gotta feed the dog diddler.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's all we got, friends.
okay. Bye.
Bye.